Hi everyone. Yes, I know there's a lot of exciting things going on this week and some news to tell you. First of all, one of the first questions I got was, did I win at all the games over Thanksgiving? Well, yes. I have to tell you, the Smith family came out and apples to apples champion. Um, Pretty much every game that we played, I was a champion. And, I don't want to brag and anything like that, but yeah, I won. So, yeah, that was the first thing that we did. And the first question I got was, of course, how do we do? So, yeah, Thanksgiving Day, like normal, I won. And I know another question that was asked about the card table. It was kind of funny. All the adults sat at the card table this year, and the kids sat at the big table just because we wanted to throw food and stuff like that. So I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. We did, and yes, I won. The next question. Everybody saw my Facebook and was guessing and what the news was and, all this stuff. Well, if you look, the news was I got married. So that was the big news of the weekend. We had a nice little reception, wedding out at the house, and it was a blast. So, yeah, congratulations to my wife, and lucky her. Well, I got married yesterday, filming the show today, in the office today. We're going to be recruiting, all that kind of stuff. I got my assistants hard at it. You know, we do everything possible to make the Cowgirl program better. So that's what we do in the off season. And, as soon as the girls get back from holidays, we start training again. So we're excited to just keep getting better here and improving the program. Well, here's the first thing, and it's kind of a visual thing. What am I learning? Well, the totem pole of marriage. That's what I'm learning. Now, I know you guys are going to ask, what is that? Well, it's pretty simple. Here's the totem pole of our house. Here is Krista, on top, of course, as she should be. After, let's see, second, Cody. Third, our two dogs. Fourth, Cody's fish. Goes down and down. Totem pole, everything else, Terry. So, and it's all good. I'm understanding it. So, that's the totem pole of guys and happy marriages. Another thing I learned comes from one of my superiors, Mr. Ryan Ivy. He gave me some good advice last week. He says, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy when it comes to marriage? And I said, well, I want to be both. He said, you can't be. So I said, well, I want to be happy. He says, well, if you want to be happy, then you're never right, unless you agree with her. So that's a piece of advice I'm taking, huge, huge concept on. Ryan, thank you. I'm going with that advice. And Krista will be just as happy as Kelly, I hope. Well, I have to be honest with you. I'm going to Puerto Rico this weekend with my assistant coach, Michelle. That's where I'm going on my honeymoon. Now, that might sound weird, life of a college coach trying to get your team better. But, yeah, I don't have anything else besides that one. That's the answer to that question. Going with Michelle on the honeymoon, and Krista and Paul are staying here. So, just kind of how it works until the final weekend that I take her to San Antonio for the weekend. So, that kind of stuff. And it's all good. Well, a lot of thought has gone into that, I have to say. We talked about putting it online for a fundraiser. We talked about auctioning it off for a fundraiser. But I don't want to, I want it to stay within family. So, my producer, who happens to also go out, as you've learned in previous episodes, with one of my assistants, Michelle, he has wanted it for a long time. And he kind of snuck through it to find out Michelle's number. And, before they get really involved and they get married like me, he asked if he could have it, look at it, and that kind of stuff. So I'm actually going to loan it to my my producer son, Paul. I can't give you his last name because A, you wouldn't be able to pronounce it or spell it, and B, with the black book comes many, many powers, and he's got to be responsible. So I cannot give you his last name. So he'll have the black book when and if he proposes to Michelle soon. Then we will talk about who gets it next. So who does my little black book go to? My son and producer, Paul. All right, last thing, going into the holiday weekend, or holiday thing. First thing of all, I got to say this, as a college coach, players, my players, get ready for finals. Finals are coming up next week. That's really big for us, so I expect all my players to be doing good. And one of the questions, what am I going to be doing this week? I'm going to be rooting for the Tulsa Hurricanes, my son's team. They'll be in Florida, playing Florida in the first round, and hopefully pull off a big victory there. Again, I'll be in Puerto Rico watching it via my iPad. But good luck, son, and look forward to seeing you at Christmas time. Other than that, we're preparing for our big Christmas show in the next couple weeks coming up. Where you get to see my assistants as elves, hopefully, and that kind of thing. But in the meantime, this is the husband, Terry Gamble, telling you guys have a great week. Cowgirl Volleyball. Dig it.